Well, welcome back to another book review. As you can see, I will be reviewing Pretend You're Safe by Alexandra Ivy. So, just a little FYI, this is one of the books that's been on my TBR list. I got this book from a library book sale July of 2024. So, it's been a real minute. I'm going to show you on my phone because I don't feel like inserting it. Another picture of a book cover, which I love this book cover better than the one that I'm showing you right now, the one that I have. This just really drew me in. Look at that. That is exactly what this book cover should have been all along. Hopefully you can see it. Anyway, so I'm going to try to read the back of the book. Stuff's covering it. I don't want to take it off because it's trying to peel it. So it says, we'll just go here. He knows you. Jackie Patterson was 16 when she found the first golden locket on her porch. Inside were a few strands of hair wrapped around a scrape of blood-stained ribbon. Though the gifts kept arriving, no one believed her hunch that a serial killer was at work. Now Jackie has returned home, and the nightmare is starting once again. He'll never let you go. Back then, Ryland Cooper was an arrogant deputy sheriff convinced that Jackie was just a attention-seeking teen. It was a fatal mistake. There is a murder in the mist. Someone determined to settle on old scores and keep playing the twisted game, and it won't end until Jackie is his forever. I must say, this is a very good book. I gave it a 3.8. It was slow, but I understand why it was slow because it gave you little hints along the way of the story. Would I read this again? I don't know. If it was sitting on my shelf and I wanted a good mystery to read and I couldn't remember it, I probably would pick it up. So let's get into this. So the synopsis on the back was pretty good. The book starts out where there's this big storm in Missouri and someone's going to check on their land because it's farm area, and they find a body floating in their field. So of course the sheriff comes and all this stuff, and then you get this Jackie woman's goes to the sheriff and is talking to him, but then you get a point of view from the serial killer talking about how it's so exciting, her fear and all that. And I'm like, okay. So along the way, you have Ryland Cooper who comes home to help his father with the flood or whatever, conveniently. And he realizes his mistake. And he also realizes that he pushed Jackie away when they both were younger because he was not ready to settle down. And he takes it upon himself to be her personal protector. Well, Jackie used to date the sheriff, and the sheriff's kind of likes her, but you can tell he really doesn't like her because before that he was dating her half sister. That's a whole nother thing. Half sister, Jackie's mom banded Jackie to marry the half sister's father, so they're not even close. And you can tell he really was into the sister. Excuse me, have a cold. So throughout this book, it gives you breadcrumbs of who the killer could be. It also helps you deduce who it is not. Because the one person that you think that it would be, it's explained that no, it's definitely not this person. Something else is going on with this person. There's like a little side story going, which helped create with the confusion that I really liked. I actually read and listened to this book on Audible because I've been really busy and I haven't been having a lot of time to read a lot. So I was able to get through it a lot quicker. It's a good book. If you've never read anything by Alexandra Ivy, I definitely recommend picking one of her books up. I read another one of her books, I believe called Faceless, which is another book I got from a library book sale, no less. But if you're looking for something a little, mystery, a little creepy, I would say give this a try. It's not too much and it's not too less, if that makes any sense. But alright, I think I'm gonna go take a nap because this cold is kicking my butt. I hope everyone has a good morning, afternoon, evening, and I will talk to you later. Bye!